I'm Johnny.
I'm Gino, and we're going to be talking about Forbidden Zone.
Okay, now.
A counterculture classic of, like, I think it's like, I didn't even look it up, it's the late 70s or early 80s. Let me just do a quick background. You know the band Oingo Boingo.
Oh my God.
Danny Elfman now was the leader of it. He now scores, all of Tim Burton's stuff, and he's a big musician out there in the world. So he used to lead Oingo Boingo, and before that, they were the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo, a traveling macabre theater troupe. And we just watched parts of kind of the pinnacle of their artistic, I don't know, what would you call
More
it?
like autistic. What the hell is going on?
It's kind of a nightmarish dreamscape.
I don't understand what happened first.
So I wanted to show it to Johnny and just get a raw reaction.
I was just sure something I haven't seen before.
Yeah,
I'd say it's just fucked.
It's an absurdist, nightmarish dreamscape, and everything's like surrealistic, like in the worst way. There's music, like really good music.
It's like from Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo? That's what makes you think of Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah.
Because
like
it's like
the French
trash, is that what it is? Like you think of like trashy people or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of Honey Boo Boo, is trashy people.
Trashy people. And then I'm looking
and so that makes you think of just like, these are the trash of the world. These are the people who...
and then I look at Bitty Boop and I'm like, it's a mixture of that and that.
Yeah? Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Oh, because we had talked about that, how this is kind of inspired by cartoons, basically, that Danny Elfman watched as a kid, like Betty Boop and other just very caricaturish, right? I don't know. The major driving force in the cartoon was usually rape. Like Popeye or Betty Boop.
That was just fucking like kidnapping.
There was always like Brutus would like kidnap Olive Oyl. And like, what's he gonna do with her?
I don't.
And Popeye has to come save him. But like, Olive Oyl like goes for the dick at first, right? Like, Brutus is the alpha male, and he's just kind of this big, dangerous, douchey person.
If you see that man walking down the street, you'd be terrified. You'd be terrified.
Yeah.
And I look at Popeyes, I'm like, pull out the can. That's it. Just pull out the can.
Yeah, pull out the can.
That's a quote right there. Pull out the can.
Yeah.
This is maybe title of the video.
Pull out the can.
Pull out the can. No, it's. I'd like an anti-sex video.
What's that?
Pull out the can.
Pull out the can. An anti-sex video. Pull out the can. Wait, I'm putting that together in my head. Pull out the can.
The can referencing something. If you think about it, it's referencing something. The can is something that you used to produce, and then like pull it out.
Just the entire can.
The entire can. Just pull it out. Just don't even have it.
Okay.
That's why you can stop the baby boom from happening again.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
So what was your take? Your raw take on Forbidden Zone? Just we've watched up to the point where there's a shooting at the school, right? But it's not exactly that simple.
It's so calm. It's like.
It's so matter of fact.
He just shot this person, and then he's just like, go to the principal's office. Like everybody's like crazy, like fucking running out the room. Everybody's just sitting down. It's like, oh, he just killed this guy, and they were gambling in the classroom.
But it's like, right? It's like, I don't know. I know there are some schools where they are gambling in the corner of the classroom.
You just think about it. You walk in class, like I got 5 on it, right there. I'm like. Are we doing geometry?
Yeah. What's
going on here? I'm like a little terrified, just like if I walk in that classroom.
Yeah.
And guns is just a regular thing there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a man of like, right to bear arms is everything, but like to an extent.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, I mean, there's such thing as too many guns. Like I heard a guy say that someone stole like 20 of his guns, like he didn't know. Really even how many guns were stolen out of his house, but it was round about 20. Like he had so many guns, he's not sure, but it was like roughly 20 guns that were stolen out of all the rest of the guns, because he didn't say someone stole all 20 of his guns, just that there were a large chunk of them missing.
There was too many guns.
He's got like a fucking doomsday arsenal in his house. What did you leave his door unlocked? What, are they just in every room? When you have that many guns, how can you confine them to a room? They're probably everywhere, right? He's got his like toilet gun.
That
He's got his
reminds me
TV
of
washing gun.
Cyanide and Happiness.
Yeah.
And then like there's one video of the guy just hears burglars downstairs. He goes to like his gun closet.
Yeah.
He pulls guns everywhere. Fucking walks down there and they stole his shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's too much guns.
Yeah.
I barely even have like a hatchet in my room. And
Yeah.
it's like that's good for me. Something comes
Yeah.
in, just fucking tumble.
But that's how bad guys get guns. They say bad guys are gonna get guns anyway. They get them from people with too many fucking guns, don't know how to lock their door or whatever. Like that's not gonna go on the news. Dude loses 20 of his guns. Tries not to make a big deal out of it. Like, no, that's not gonna be. And in other news.
And back to you, Tom.
Has Kylie Jenner gone too far? You know.
Just like sidetrack the whole thing.
Yeah.
We have lost 20 guns. Back to you, Tom.
Back to you,
Back on the topic
there
of
are
the
20
whale.
guns out there on the market. 20 guns out there on the market. No bodies on them. That's a high price gun.
And then you see the guy at the table is all like, today reporting we have lost Shamu.
That's we misplaced. Yeah.
And
we found her.
And we found Shamu.
She was just going for a swim. What do you know?
I would hope so. I'm not going for a walk.
Yeah.
That'd be like pretty crazy. That'd be pretty crazy. Oh god. Now the Forbidden Zone, I'd say I'd give it a 5 out of what the fuck.
You'd give it a 5 out of what the fuck?
Out of like how many...
This isn't a
10
movie you would want to
fucks.
watch.
No.
No.
I'd watch it one time, but I wouldn't watch it again.
No?
Because I'd be sitting there after the film, like, I don't even know what's going on.
But would you want to watch it all the way through?
No.
No? Would you want to finish what you... Because I would think you'd be hooked. You're like, what happens next? And you're like, it doesn't fucking matter what happens
It
next.
doesn't happen. You already know what's happening. Just random shit. That's it.
It's gonna
my
be,
God.
but it's gonna be a cohesive story. She hasn't even gotten to the Forbidden Zone yet.
I don't even know when it's going to happen. I feel like the classroom is the Forbidden Zone
Yeah.
of, like, laws.
You should have started in the Forbidden Zone. You lost me. You lost me at naked women running around in hell,
and then,
roasting other naked women.
And then a guy to be a chandelier and play music. I'm like, okay, hold on, what's going on?
There's a guy there. The king and queen are in the Forbidden Zone. This is the first time you see the Forbidden Zone in the movie, and they're having dinner together across a long, majestic table. And there's a dude being suspended in the air with candles in his fists and his toes or feet, whatever. He's a human chandelier. And they're just having dinner underneath him, and they're just kind of like, they're kind of checking each other out. They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
And I see, like, the metaphor,
Yeah.
like, the girl's eating a sausage, and the guy was just eating fucking mashed potatoes.
The guy was, like,
fucking
just
hammering
eating,
him.
like, and the chick's just like got like a big, like 13-inch kielbasa. It's like a big sausage. And she's like,
13-inch sausage.
It's like wrapping around, you know.
And then the guy just walks. He's like a midget, right? And you just see him walking across the table right to the girl.
Yeah.
And I'm saying there's like...
He runs across the table because he's a little person. And you know who it is, if anybody would remember, it's Tattoo from Fantasy Island. It's Tattoo, if you know anything about... If you ever heard the words Fantasy Island together, then you probably know who that is.
I'd say it's a fantasy to see a midget run to like an older lady across the table.
Every macabre, carnivalesque, dreamlike depiction has to have a fucking a little person in there. They always... It's just a fucking rule. There's one movie that does it as a cliche, like a meta movie. It's a movie about making a movie, and you have the midget like bitching at the dude. He's like, "Why am I always in a fucking dream?" You know, like what?
What the fuck's going on?
Nothing's fucking weirder than a little guy. And he's like,
That's just fucking weird.
It's not true. Yeah.
I hate to have those type of dreams. You know when you wake up in a dream,
Yeah.
but then you wake up from a dream.
Yeah.
It's like it's fucking confusing.
Oh, and what happens? The dude who's missing, who's been kidnapped or ended up in the Forbidden Zone, right? The brother that they're talking about, they're playing like an auto harp for them, and then he goes into just like a different kind of music, and a giant frog who's also a butler cuts his ear off and pops it in his mouth and eats it. Remember that part?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That, like fucking.
Just shit like that's going on like every other second.
I got
Every
the
other second.
froghead just fucking eats his ear. He's like sitting there, and the midget and the lady's just like fucking romanticing it up, and he's all crying, and the guy in the chandelier is like.
Like in the school, the woman. The teacher, I should say, is like bringing class to order with a fucking Uzi, like with fucking.
That's the best way to do it.
With
right there is the best way to do it. You know, advertise that.
Like,
fucking calm your kids
and
down.
it's in black
Uzi.
and white. We neglected to mention, if you haven't seen it, it's in black and white. It's.
Oh God.
I recommend everybody go out and watch it. I think it's the best movie, like one of the best movies ever made.